쉬엄쉬엄해. 커피도 좀 타서 마시고. 아침부터 너무 힘 빼지 말자고.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. I'm Ekimak. This is Limbus Company Redux. We're looking at newly discovered strategies for defeating the Luxcavations, and I've heard some rather interesting potentials for how to handle the Blubbering Toad. Apologies for the racket it's going to be making. I was going to go straight in with Rodion, but there's two other people that could make use of it. Heathcliff or Sinclair, since they're both very powerful negative coin IDs. Now the thing is, with Heathcliff, he doesn't have natural gloom resistant weaknesses, but if he uses his gloom ego, ironically, it's going to mess him up. So let me think about it. It is kind of going to add up, so I'm going to just do a whole bunch of testing runs for all this. The downside is I'm pretty sure he actually gets some severe bonuses versus low SP or sinking. On the upside, now we get to do some serious envy damage. Yeah, you see there, it says if target's SP is below 0, then gain bonus damage, so we don't want that. And we're now down to -3 in Envy, so it's going to be very difficult to get his Reign of Tears up. Yeah, -3 of 3 owned, so he's not going to be getting any protection from all this gloom being stuck down on him.
미끄러지는 꼴 좀 보라지.
We didn't quite run one round it, but we definitely got close. So let's call that a fairly efficient route. Let's see what Rodion can do with her tanking. She's actually in a slightly worse position than Heathcliff is because she starts... They both resist gloom, but she starts out with a weakness to gloom, so it's not her best situation to be in.
고통 없이 지식을 얻지 못한다나 뭐라나.
But the moment she triggers Rhyme Shank, that's going to shift her over to Gloom Resistance, which he doesn't have. Downside is Gloom damage instead of Envy damage.
직접 알게 함이라.
Oof. Oof. This might stagger her, but the thing is, corrosion overrides staggering, so we might be good. Amazing how that one sinking we inflicted on her first turn, that one self-sinking that Heathcliff got on his first turn actually helped out there. So, targeting systems. Oh shoot. This one has precise targeting, so it only goes after the things with the most health, so she's ignoring her melty eyeballs on the eyes. Although the overflow damage is certainly getting it.
얼어버리면 아플 필요도 없어서. 얼어버리면 아플 필요도 없어서.
So this actually revealed something rather interesting to me when we were doing the Brazen Bull run. Usually you can't use an ego more than once per turn, only during corrosion. Didn't realize that this actually means that so all ego
간식인가?
have passives. These passives only activate after you use the ego. For Rhymeshank, it's that she inflicts a bind and attack power down debuff on a target with 5+ sinking. I used to think that this passive is rather finicky about when it activates, but apparently during corrosion it can use a passive activated that turn. Ooh, wait. Take it in this order.
직접 알게 합니다. 깨달았나?
That's not quite the order I was expecting it to happen in, but I'm not complaining. And there goes all the eyes, because why not?
직접 알게 합니다. 깨달았나? 맞는 거야.
So, not quite as fast as Heathcliff, but we can't deny that it is effective. It's just that Heathcliff is more effective because of that one sinking he inflicts on himself.
결국 내 공부가 부족하지 않았다는 거네. 그치? 좋았어.
Probably would have been faster to have her corrode, but eh.
뒷걸음질 치지 않는 방패가 되어.
Now then, important thing about Sinclair is that most of his active ego at the moment actually have Gloom Fatal weakness tied to them, so you want to be very careful about what you bring. Fey Lantern actually gives us a slight gloom resistance here, so that's our best option.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
And he starts off with self-destructive purge ready, why not? I mean, it's not like this is the most heavily resisted element or something, that would be silly.
불길 속으로 그 오물을 떼어내주지.
Heal self by 30% of damage dealt. I think that's very important.
숲의 발을 들일 때는 조심했어야 하고. 숲의 발을 들일 때는 조심했어야 하고.
We all remember this from the Gluttony Luxcavation back before Season 3.
불길 속으로 불길 속으로
Ooh, that was unlucky.
숲의 발을 들일 때는 조심했어야 하고. 불길 속으로 가져가라.
I feel like that one probably wasn't as complicated as it needed to be. I might actually try that one again to see what happens.
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까. 불로 정화하고
Yes, this is very energy efficient,
세계를
I know.
세우라.
If I just hit win rate every turn.
그 오물을 떼어내주지. 숲의 발을 들일 때는 조심했어야 하고.
Ooh, the corrosion actually does protect against... corrosion does actually protect you against being hit by that stagger effect, so we're now down. Yeah, I can see this one having good strategy.
좋아. 숲에 발을 들일 때는 조심했어야죠.
Yeah, I bet if I uptied this, then it would also be a lot better healing.
불길 속으로.
The toad is now on fire.
불길 속으로. 다 죽어라.
Yeah, I'd definitely say that it's the easiest, but it's also the slowest. By easiest, I mean it's least likely to go horribly wrong at the last minute because of the self-healing that the other two don't have.
선택받았으니까.
Rodion has her shields, and Heathcliff is, Heathcliff hits really hard with telepole, but if you're worried about security and you just haven't leveled up the other two, then chances are you'd probably want to go in Sinclair with his Fey Lantern. Speaking of which, what does it do when I uptie it? It gets a range boost. On hit, heal 2 allies. 10% up to 12%. Heal self by 50% of the damage dealt as opposed to 30%. Okay, I can see the point there. Anyhow, until next time guys, take care. I'll see you all around.